All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Okay, welcome to class. We're back with yet another guided newspaper practice session. We have a very different topic today. I'm just waiting for 60 seconds so that everyone can join in smoothly and then we can get started with the class. Just give me a hello in the comments box if you're in and if you're getting my audio and video and you're all comfortable to get this started. It's going to be a crisp 30-minute class. We're not going to go beyond that. And if you're attending it for the very first time, I'll just tell you what it is about. Okay. So don't worry about it. I'm just waiting for another 30 seconds or so. So in case you're watching this as a recording, please feel free to forward it. Okay. Okay. Great. Perfect. So let's get started. Okay. Hello, Avinash. Hello, Vamsi. Now, um, today we have an article that talks about the ghosts of Darjeeling. Okay, so as you know, Darjeeling is a hill station in India, and we're going to be talking about some peculiar stories from that place. As usual, we have selected an article from Live Mint, one of the very good newspapers in India. Great language, almost zero grammar errors. So that's why we usually pick articles from this one. Okay. Yes. Hello, Dhaliwal. Hello, Jyotisha, Jyotika Roy, Namrata. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Kushali, Kajol. Okay, Shonu. Okay, Jia Jacob. Good to have you in class as well. Okay, so the way we'll be doing this is we'll be doing 4 rounds. The first round will be a listening round. So you just have to listen to me speaking, or you will also have to predict certain words. So there would be some words that you don't understand. You will have to predict the meaning of it on the comments box. Okay, second round will be reading exercise. So you'll have to use your eyes and go very fast with it. Now, as you do the reading, remember that I will also explain the meaning of the words to you. Okay, so there might be some word that you don't understand. In the second round, I will explain the meaning. Okay, third round will be speaking. So you just have to speak loudly with me. I'll give you 2, 3 words at a time. Just speak loudly. And then the fourth round would be opinion expression. Okay, and then sentence formation, which you will be doing on the comments box again with me. Okay, fine. So whom do we have? All the others who joined in: Urvashi, Namalika, Vikas, Maitri, Brenda, Shravani, Jimmy, Kirandeep, Saurabh, Sunana, Jyoti. Very nice. Okay, welcome everyone. Okay, let's get started straight away. I'm going to jump straight into the story. Okay, so I'm going to go right here. Daughter of J.G.D. Cruikshank, the estate's manager between 1896 and 1927. Okay, she fell in love with the estate when she visited it. What estate? The tea estate. Okay, she went back to England, promising to return. But on the way home, little Margaret, so basically Margaret was a child, maybe 10, 11 years old. Little Margaret fell ill and died on the ship. Okay, so back then you did not have flights, you had ships moving from one country to another. Soon after, Cruikshank thought he saw a vision of Margaret on the estate grounds. He renamed the estate Margaret's Hope. Okay, and the legend was born. When we say and the legend was born, and the story was born, basically. Okay, so that's how the story came about. All right. Okay. On its Instagram page, so this particular tea estate has an Instagram page. Okay, so on that Instagram page, the Puri family that runs the tea brand Teacups Full shares its own stories from the years N.K. Puri spent working as a planter. When did that happen? 1966 to 2006. One such story is of the ghost of the Chulsa factory bungalow. Now, what happens here? In the 1980s, when Puri was posted at the Chulsa Tea Garden in the Dwars. What do you mean by Dwars? So Dwars is the region between the Himalayas and the Brahmaputra River. Okay, in the northeastern part of India, this particular area is called the Dwars. Okay, his wife called upon the wife of an assistant manager who had been hospitalized after a nervous breakdown. Now, what do you mean by a nervous breakdown? Nervous breakdown means you are so nervous or so scared about something that you're unable to perform anything else. Okay, and then you will have to be taken to a hospital and given some basic treatment. Okay, so she returned with this story. Well, what's that story? Sitting in the drawing room one evening. Drawing room is basically the living room, the hall, okay, as we call. Sitting in the drawing room one evening, the young assistant manager's wife had felt another presence in the room. What do you mean by felt another presence? Tell me on the comments box. What do you mean by had felt another presence? Okay, good. Ketsi, Margi, Shivendra, Suraj, Deep, Ankita had felt another presence. So looking up, she looked up. She saw a man in the rocking chair. So what do you mean by the rocking chair? This is a typical horror movie setup, right? So you have a chair that goes back and forth like this, rocking chair. So she saw a man in the rocking chair reading a newspaper. Okay. But not just the stranger things followed. Okay. The moment you have ER form, remember in English, when you have ER, you're making a comparison. Stranger things, which means that this is strange anyway, but you have something that's more strange. So for more strange, you say stranger, ER form. Okay. Good, Saurabh. Good, Kajol. Deep, Gagandeep, Vikas, Vamsi. Good. One morning, the sugar bowl was missing. The sugar bowl where you keep your sugar cubes, that was missing and was found in the garden. For a few days, the sugar bowl, no matter where it was hidden at night, would be missing in the morning and would be found at the same spot every day. Okay, so you keep the sugar bowl anywhere in your house, it will always reappear in that spot in the garden. Very strange. What else? Then she heard music and voices, and it pushed her to a nervous breakdown. Okay, so why did this nervous breakdown happen? Because she saw all these, she got all these visions, she could hear music, she saw these sugar bowls disappearing. Okay, but the story didn't stop here. The story didn't end here. She was treated and discharged, and life resumed. Okay, but visiting her husband at the factory one day. Okay, so what did she do? She visited her husband at the factory. She saw on the walls a photograph of the man she had seen in her drawing room. So this particular person's voice, the person on the rocking chair, this particular person's picture was there on the living room as well. Okay, was there on the factories. Okay. Now, on inquiring, what do you mean by inquiring? Who can tell me the meaning of inquiring? Good, Nakul, Margi, Shravani, Kajol, Gurjot. Yeah. On inquiring, she was told he had lived and died in the bungalow that was now her home. Okay, so that person had died there. Her husband resigned from the job shortly after, and the couple left town. Okay, obviously, after such a traumatic experience, who will want to stay in the same place, right? So they resigned and they left. The Puris, after that, the Puris came in and they're still there. You can still kind of visit their Instagram page. The Puris spent a year in the same bungalow and report. So they report that no ghosts were encountered, nor did sugar bowls go missing. Okay, so after that, there was no appearance of the ghost. Okay, no such strange occurrences happened to them. Okay, so did you all understand what's going on here about the passage about Margaret's hope? That is the name of the story, Margaret's hope. Did you all understand? Just give me a number, 90%, 80%, 100%. I think this was pretty easy. It was not a very tough passage as such. But if you're interested to know more, just search Margaret's Hope. Okay, that's the name of this legendary story. It's called Margaret's Hope. Okay, that's the name. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just go to the parts where the language was slightly difficult, and then we'll just try to learn them. Okay. Now, I think most of you understood it fully. But anyway, let's maybe, or maybe let's do the full reading itself. Okay, some of you may not have got everything. Okay, so Margaret was the young daughter of Cruikshank. So remember, when we say young daughter, it means that her age was on the lower side. Okay, maybe just a child. Okay, 10, 11 years old. If I say younger daughter, what do you mean by that? Now, who can tell me this on the comments box? If I say Margaret was the younger daughter versus Margaret was the young daughter, is there a difference between younger and young? Let's see who can crack this question. Margaret was the younger daughter. What does that mean? And what do I mean if I say Margaret was the young daughter? Okay, good. Others, all those who understood, good. Kiran, Vikas, Yashaswini, Urvashi, Dhaliwal, Jyotisha, Brenda. Okay, very nice. Good, good. Sunana, very good. Quick to crack. Good, Gagandeep, Akshada. Yeah. So when I say younger, I'm comparing, right? So the moment I compare, I'm saying that there's someone who's elder to Margaret, and then she is the younger one. Okay, she is the second or the third one. Okay, but when I say young, if I simply say young, it means that her age is on the lower side. That's all. Okay, I'm not going into comparison. I'm just saying that she's a child. Okay, she's the young daughter. Okay, fine. I hope you got it. So this little er makes a lot of difference. So be careful while speaking and writing. Okay. So she was the young daughter of this person, the estate's manager between these 2 years. So across these 2 years, this guy was the manager. She fell in love in she fell in love with the estate. So she visited the estate. She really liked it. She went back to England. Okay, and she said, "Yes, I'll come back to this estate." But as she was going back, and then those days people used to travel by ships, right? So when she was going back on the ship, she fell ill on the way. So, okay, she fell sick, and then back then you did not have great medical facilities or good medicines. So she fell ill, and then she died on the ship itself, unfortunately. Okay, but soon after, just after that incident, Cruikshank, so her father, thought he saw a vision of Margaret on the estate grounds. So she really liked this estate, right? So he thought that he saw a vision of Margaret. So he saw this blurry image of Margaret, the child. Okay. So therefore, what did he do is he changed the name of the estate. The tea estate that was there, he named it as Margaret's Hope. So that was the name of the estate now. Okay. And the legend was born. So when we say the legend was born, what do you mean by the legend? So I say the story. Is this clear? Just type clear on the box if you understand that legend does not mean someone historic in this case. Okay, like we say Sachin Tendulkar is a legend. No, that is a different application. Here we say that it is a great story. Okay, a story that has stood the test of time, which means that a story that is coming by over the years, and the story is still remembered by people. Okay, fine. So on its Instagram page, so the Puri family shares their story. So you can still go and check out the story of Margaret's Hope. So one such story is this one, Chulsa Factory Bungalow. So what happens in this bungalow is in the 80s. So this is a good way to signify the entire decade. In the 80s, in the 90s, in the 2000s, which means that during that year span, during that range, okay. So 80s, 1980 to 1989. You can simply say in the 1980s. Okay, it's a nice way of saying it. So when Puri was posted at this particular place in the Duars, his wife called upon the wife of an assistant manager who had been hospitalized. So this wife of an assistant manager, she was hospitalized. What do you mean by hospitalized? Admitted to a hospital. Okay. She returned with this story. What was the story? That sitting in the drawing room, the young assistant manager's wife had felt another presence, which means she felt that there was someone else in the room. When she saw deeply, she saw a man in the rocking chair going back and forth like this, reading a newspaper. Okay, typical scene out of a horror movie, right? Then stranger things followed. What was more strange? Let's see that. The sugar bowl was missing. It was found in the garden. For a few days, the sugar bowl, no matter where it was hidden at night, no matter means it does not matter where it was hidden at night. Maybe on a shelf, maybe inside a drawer, maybe inside a cupboard, it would somehow be missing in the morning and it would be felt in the same spot every day. Okay, outside in the garden. She also heard music, voices. So all these things pushed her to a nervous breakdown. She was so scared and anxious now that she could not do anything. She needed medical help. Okay. But the story did not end here. Once she came out of the hospital, so treated and discharged. Now remember this word, discharged. You get admitted to a hospital and then you get discharged from a hospital. Okay, these are the right words. You can say she went away from the hospital or she was allowed to go from the hospital. These are easier words to use, right? But they don't sound powerful enough. Discharge means to go out from the hospital. But visiting her factory one day, she saw on the walls a photograph of the man she had seen in her drawing room. Okay, so this particular person was living here, the ghost. On inquiring, so when she asked around, and what she found out was that he had lived and died in the same bungalow that she is living in now. Okay, so given all these facts, the couple got really scared. Her husband resigned from the job shortly after, and they left the town. The couple left town, they left from that place. The Puris spent a year. Now, this is a very good collocation. Spent. Now, have you heard of this? I should spend time for my studies. Okay. I should spend time with my parents. So the word time is usually coupled with spent. Have you heard of this? I am going to spend time with my family. The lockdown helped me to spend time. Have you heard of this collocation with time? Spend time. Give me a yes if you understand what I'm trying to say here. Okay. Now, the Puri spent a year in the same bungalow and reported that no ghosts were encountered and the sugar bowls also did not go missing. Okay, fine. Okay, all of you are able to understand that. Fine. Okay, interesting, interesting. We did 2 rounds of this horror story, and I hope it's not very scary, but it's very interesting. It's almost like a story that you want to know more about, right? It does not freak you out for sure, though, I think. Okay, fine. So now what we are going to do is we are going to go to speaking, and then we are going to do a little bit of writing where you are going to give me your opinion, you're going to give me your sentences. But first, let's do a little bit of storytelling. So this particular passage really describes how you can say a story. Okay, so you'll have to really get involved and kind of describe the scene. Okay, so you have to go slow, pause at the right places. All right. Now, when you're reading this though, don't just read it like a school child. Like you should not say Margaret was the young daughter of Cruikshank, the estate. Don't do it like that. Do it with a little bit of expression. Okay, like as if you're genuinely trying to communicate. Yes, story is the legend. Yes, so legend means a story. Okay, but it's a story that is coming through many years. That's how you would say. Okay, good, Shubhra. Okay, let's start. Okay, we'll do it with the right tone. Just copy my tone. Okay, if you're struggling with it, just copy my tone. Margaret was the young daughter of Cruikshank. Don't worry about the initials. Of Cruikshank, the estate's manager, between 1896 and 1927. Between 1896 and 1927. Repeat after me. Okay. She fell in love. She fell in love with the estate. With the estate when she visited it. Tone down at the end when she visited it. She went back to England. She went back to England, promising to return. Promising to return. But on the way home, now your tone should change, okay? Because there is a little bit of surprise here. But on the way home, little Margaret fell ill. Little Margaret fell ill and died on the ship. And died on the ship. Okay. Soon after, Cruikshank thought he saw a vision of Margaret. Again, element of surprise. He saw a vision of Margaret on the estate grounds. On the estate grounds. He renamed the estate. He renamed the estate Margaret's Hope. So a little bit of amusement here, right? So it's a nice name. He saw a vision, so he kept this name for that. Okay, so a little bit of amusement should come in. He renamed the estate Margaret's Hope. Do it with the same tone. He renamed the estate Margaret's Hope. And the legend was born. And the legend was born. So this should be a declaring tone. Okay, so here is how something legendary begins. And the legend was born. Okay, punch it nice and hard. And the legend was born. Okay, now tell me, did you all do it with the same tone, in the same storytelling tone? Yes? Just type I did. If you did it with the same storytelling tone, that's fun, right? You should always almost say it as if you're telling this to a child. Okay, so that should be your tone, so that it is genuinely communicated. Okay, someone who's listening to it should actually become curious that, okay, this is something interesting you're saying, tell me more. Okay, that should be your tone. If you simply read it, then they'll get bored. Okay, yes, Avinash, you did very good. Yes, TOA is basically to there was a typing mistake from this paper. Yeah, but they don't do it usually. It's a good paper. Yeah, Shravani, Deep, Akshada, very good. Darshan, Navmalika, Shubhra, Saurabh, Diksha, Sunana, Kajol, Jyoti, Namrata, Khushali, Jia Yekab, Snehal, very nice. Now, if anyone's watching it for the first time, this particular lesson, then please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the alert for the next class as well. So we do this every day at 11 a.m. and you will get the alert to join in here. Okay, so all the other friends of yours who you are seeing on the comment box have subscribed, they're getting the alerts. So you also do the same, okay, so that you can come back tomorrow. If you're watching it for the first time, others, I know you would have already done it. Okay, fine, very nice. So now what I want you to do is I want you to give your opinion, your notes, your thoughts on this. What do you think? Do ghosts exist? What do you think about this particular story? You can give me any opinion, any diverse opinion. You can tell me something around ghosts, or you can tell me something around this story, that maybe Margaret returned as a ghost because she was really fond of this estate. Or you can talk about that man. Why did the ghost of the man appear back? Or do you think all these stories are fabricated? It just happens inside the mind. Maybe people who actually see such ghosts are, in fact, not mentally stable, unfortunately, and they need medical help. Maybe. Or it's their thoughts that lead to such behaviors. Maybe when they go into such places where it's all spooky and dark, their mind itself plays tricks on them. And their mind says, hey, there will be a ghost somewhere. And then they read into it. So if you see a cloud moving, you think, hey, it's a ghost, right? Maybe that's how people's minds work. Okay. Now, what do you think? I want you to give your opinion. Don't just say it's good, bad. Give me a full sentence. It can be anything. You can criticize the story. You can appreciate the story. You can criticize others who fall prey to this, or you can appreciate those. You can say, I believe in ghosts too, but I want to hear your opinion. Okay. Okay. So Darshan says now we are living in modern technology, so no ghosts exist. Okay. Good. Margi, do you have kind of session? I didn't get you, Margi. Kind of session for grammar, as in I didn't get you. Okay. Kajol, you found it fascinating. Okay. You believe that ghosts exist. Okay. So what does Saurabh say? Saurabh says that all this is just human belief. There are some spiritual effects around them. Maybe. Okay. Good, Saurabh. Okay. But I want you to be, unabashed about your opinions. I don't want you to hold back. Okay. Don't think, oh, what will people say if I say this? Okay. Be very clear on them. Now, see, like say Kajol has said, yes, I believe that ghosts exist, right? She's so brave in saying that, yes, this is something that people may not agree, but I feel so. So I want you to speak like that. Okay, good, Jyoti. You like it? It's quite formidable. Okay. Vikas says, if you believe in God, then you'll have to believe in ghosts as well. There might be a chance of so very nice. Vikas saying, good. Gagandeep, what I reckon is good stylish start as usual. Okay. You're just scared every time. Very nice. Others, not much of an opinion on ghosts. Put it on the comments box. Okay. Express yourself. So, Nana, it sounds funny when we read about it, but I think people who have experienced paranormal activities, beautiful, good vocab there, wouldn't have the same reaction. Excellent. Excellent. Jaya Jacob, moreover, good connecting word there. Shavani, okay, so if we believe in God, then why not we believe in ghosts? Beautiful, good. That's a good argument, valid argument, right? Jyotisha, okay, it's your thoughts. Okay, very good, excellent, excellent. Great job on expressing yourself very, very clearly and nicely. Good job done. Okay, okay, good, good, Namrata, nice one again. Okay, so now let's jump into framing some sentences. Okay, let's do that now. Let us take the word. This particular passage though does not have a lot of strong words, but let's anyway take one. Let's have vision. Okay, you can use it in, there are different meanings for the word vision. Just give me any sentence, whichever you feel like. Okay, you can say, my vision for all of you through this exercise is to improve your English. Okay, so my long-term goal, and that is where I see this exercise going. Okay, so I will say my vision for all of you through this exercise is to improve your English fundamentally. Okay, good. Diksha, usually don't believe. Good. Pratibha, good. What does Margi say? I've met people for, okay, good, good. With proof. Okay, valid argument again. Sonia, okay, you say, no, I don't. Okay, good, Sonia. Yeah, go ahead, tell me. Vision. Or you can say, whenever you have a thought, right? Whenever you have a flash in your mind, you can say, I had a vision yesterday night that I will crack the IELTS. I will crack the IELTS exam. A vision means a flash. Okay, you kind of saw a picture from the future, a flash. That can also be used for vision. Okay, we should have a clear vision. That's also good, Kajol. A clear direction, a clear long-term plan. Okay, so a lot of you are using it in terms of long-term plan. So Deep says, my vision is clear on how I should crack, which means my goal is very clear. That's good, Gagandeep. Okay. Yep. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Now, as all of you are giving sentences on vision, let us take the next one. Okay. Good. Good. Isabella, Jia Jacob, Diksha. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's take a couple of words from the medical side of things. Let us say discharged. Okay, so discharged means the hospital allowing you to go back home once your treatment is done. Okay, so say for example, someone goes into a hospital and they say, hey, you'll have to stay for 2 days, we'll have to operate you, then we'll give you the medicines, and then after checkup, you can go back home. So that is called discharge. That action is called discharging from the hospital. Admitted to the hospital, discharged from the hospital. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, so I want you to give me a sentence with discharged and think of it from the medical background. Okay, from the medical side of things. Good, Saurabh. Good, Akshada. Good, Saidi Reddy. Good to have you in class. Okay. Yep. Discharged. Brenda, Shravani, Vikas. Good. Sunana, very nice. Vision, good. Chan Hundal, okay. I don't believe it. Good. Government should have a clear vision to work towards. Very good, Margi. Urvashi says, okay. Very good, Urvashi. Very good, Namrata. Nice. All of you are giving me relevant sentences. Hi, Anbin. Good to have you in class, Anbin. Okay. Okay. All right. Many of you are, in fact, from the medical background. I think this is a word that you use day in and day out. Okay. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Okay. The next one will be, it would, let's take up, okay, this is really tough. Anyway, let's take up this word then. Comparatively easier. Promising. Promising is very easy. Promising. Promising means to assure, right? Is to assure. It's like saying, I promise there will be another class tomorrow at 11 a.m., which means I'm assuring you, yes, there will be another class at 11 a.m. Okay, that's called promising. You can also use it in a slightly different context. Now, what is that? If I say that Hardik Pandya is a promising player for India, what do I mean by promising? It means that he has shown signs of success and he would become a good one. He's maybe still not a legend, but he would probably become a good one in the future. He's a promising player. He's showing signs of success. Okay. That is another application of the word promising. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, give me. I want more sentences. Okay. Gia Jacob says, my friend admitted, okay. Now he just starts today. Good. Okay. Margie says, the boy sounds promising this plan. Very nice, Margie. Shubra says, just like God, okay. Previous one. Kate C, I have promised to attend the meeting, but the plan is uncertain. Good. Namrata, it does not have a promising effect. Good. Kushali, I keep on promising myself that I will do it. Okay, good. Sonu Sood is a promising actor. Good. This deal is very promising. Good, Saidi Reddy. Maitri, I promising I will attend your class. I am promising. Or you can say I promise. But good one, Maitri. Okay. Anjanpreet, politicians use promising speeches. Okay. Or you can say politicians make promises. Okay. Promising speeches means they show signs of success. So that doesn't really make sense. Okay. But good one, Anjanpreet. Very good. Harpreet Kaur, Nammalika, Yashaswini, Darshil Patel. Okay, good. I see a lot of new students as well in class. Nice. Okay, good. Pratibha, very nice. Okay, perfect. All right, that brings us to the end of the session. Now I'll have to jump and move and talk to you about the fast track program. This is definitely not for the existing members. This announcement is all for the ones who are not yet members who want to be part of it. So students like says right now I can see on the comments box whether it's Sunana, Urvashi, all the old members, right? Whether it's Pratibha or Saidi Reddy, all of you are already part, or Kate C, Gagandeep, yes. I see many of you here. So this announcement is not for the existing members. You can leave if you want to. This announcement is for all the new students. Okay, all those who want to be part of our advanced classes as well. That happen at night, and there are different aspects of the program. So I'm just going to tell you about it, and then I'm also going to give you this form, which is right there on your comments box right now. It'll also be there on the video description. So in this particular program, you have four main parts, four parts. The first part is video lessons inside the app. So we have detailed video lessons covering all these 4 modules and grammar, vocab, pronunciation in a lot of detail. Okay, so if you want to become like complete experts, you immerse yourself into that, you will become a super expert into it. Okay, and especially we have a lot of focus around grammar. So just the grammar part alone covers around 30-35 video lessons only on grammar. Okay, in fact, you can see the entire curriculum inside our app. So if you have the Grassroots Education app, you can go to the store option, you can click a fast track program, and you can see the entire curriculum. The videos may not play because you have to enroll, but then you can see every single topic. What are the topic? What's the what's covered in each of these modules and so on. Okay, that's one. The second part is your live classes. Now we need, so someone can ask me, why do we need live classes? Everything is already here on the video lessons. Live classes are required to create a study habit, right? Only if the classes are live, you will come to the class, you will sit. So right now, all of you are studying with me, right? So you studied for 30-35 minutes. So the same process will happen here. Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 8:30, we will practice, and Saturday and Sunday, 8 to 10 p.m., you will learn the concepts. Okay. These are also recorded. So in case you miss, you will have the recording on the app, but it is essential that you at least watch the recording at some point, right? Because that 1 hour has to be spent. We cannot kind of do away with that. Okay. Now, after this, we will be doing one section every week. So once we do that, the next week we'll move to the next section. Okay. And that's how this works. So in 4 weeks, in that too is a maximum point. So in 4 to 5 weeks, because one full week is for grammar, you will have a complete understanding on IELTS, the concepts, the techniques, and you've done one full round of practice. Now it is time for you to jump to the mock test. Okay, so we will have 10 full length mock tests, and it's like taking the IELTS exam 10 times. Okay, so all the 4 sections are covered in each mock test, because it's not good to, kind of just work on the one section. What if you clear that section, but some other section falls down? So that should not happen, right? So we will be sending you the listening, reading, writing questions, solve it, send it back to us. We will correct it and send you the report. Same happens with speaking. The entire evaluation happens. A live conversation happens. It is recorded. When we send you the report, we also attach the entire conversation. So you can play the whole thing and you can see how you did. Okay, so that happens 10 times. And then finally, we will also have doubt clearing. So we'll give you a hotline number. You can ask as many doubts, questions, concerns you want to, and then you can get it. Okay, so if you're planning to take the exam in the next 4 months time, anytime in the next 4 months, this is a good program for you. Okay, beyond that, it might be too early. And if you're taking it in the next 10 days, if you have very less time, then again, it might not be a good fit. Okay, but 4 months is the range for you. So if you're targeting to write it anytime, maybe in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, any of these time points, I would ask you to just fill the form here. So our counselor will get in touch with you. Okay, you have to fill in your email ID, name, mobile number, and whether you've taken IELTS earlier, academic or GT, all of that. Our counselor will call you. You can have a detailed discussion, and then our counselor will open a discount window as well. Okay, so with that, the fee will be very low. The discounted fee, in fact, is 4,499 for the entire 3-month program. Okay, so it's pretty much on the lower side. Have a discussion, have a conversation, and then you can get it. Okay, so on that note, thank you everyone for joining in. It was a very good, interesting class. All of you participated nicely, and I think that is what makes these classes very interactive and fun, because you participate as well, right? You also give a lot of answers. You also try framing sentences and so on. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining in. Bye-bye.